Many times people find it really difficult to differentiate a past tense from a past participle. I would want you to stick with me to the end of this video. I'm going to give you some basic differences between a past tense and a past participle. First of all, what is a tense? A tense is a form of a verb that indicates the time of an action. So when we say past tense simply means the form of a verb that tells you that an action happened in the past. Past tense. What is a participle? A participle simply is a form of a verb that can be used as a noun or an adjective. A form of a verb that can be a noun or an adjective. Now we've gotten a difference already. Okay, so what are their differences? Now, difference number one, the past tense of a word can be used to form a simple tense. A simple tense. All right, when I say simple tense, that's a sentence that carries just one verb. For instance, she loved her husband. She loved her husband. Now the only verb there is loved, right? Only loved. But if you have something like she had loved her husband, that is a complex tense. Not a complex sentence, but a complex tense. A complex tense carries more than one verb. It carries an auxiliary verb or a helping verb and a main verb. So the verb that comes after had, in this context, had loved. Now, loved there is not a past tense, it is a past participle. So a past participle is used to form a past perfect tense. A past participle is used to form a past perfect tense, while a past tense is used to form a simple past tense. So the next difference is this. A past tense cannot function as an adjective or a noun, while a past participle can function as an adjective. A past participle can function as an adjective, whereas a past tense cannot function as an adjective. Now, before I explain this further, let me just say this. Most times it is difficult for people to differentiate a past tense from a past participle, especially if the verb is a regular verb. A regular verb is that verb that carries the suffix ed. That's after the main verb, you have an ed. That's a regular verb, right? A regular verb takes an ed form for its past tense and its past participle. For example, the verb we use in the first sentence, loved. Loved is it is the past tense. It's still the past participle because it is a regular verb. Now, when you have an irregular verb like take, the past tense of take is took. The past participle is taken. Now, let's use that to explain the first point I gave. The past tense, if you want to make a sentence with the past tense of take, you can say something like, I took my pen. I took my pen. So, took there is past, and it is used to form a simple past tense. I took my pen. Simple past tense, no any verb, no auxiliary, just the past tense, took. While if you want to form a past perfect tense, you can say something like, I had taken my pen. I had taken my pen. If you want to explain further, you can say, before the teacher came, I had taken my pen. Alright, so you see that the past tense is used to form what? Is used to form a simple past tense, whereas the past participle is used to form a past perfect tense. Now, back to what I was trying to explain. The regular verbs take the same suffix ed for the past tense and the past participle. That is why it's a bit confusing. But wherever you see a had before the ed form of the verb coming, it means that form of the verb is not a past tense, it is a past participle. For example, the first example I gave, she loved her husband. She loved her husband. Loved, that one is a past tense. She had loved her husband. You see a had there, so it means it is a past participle. That means the loved there is a past participle. But the second example is easy to understand. I took my pen. I had taken my pen. Now let me give an example to explain the point, the last point I gave, the point that says a past participle can function as an adjective, whereas a past tense cannot function as an adjective. If you have a phrase like this, the broken egg was mine, the broken egg was mine, you can see that in the phrase, in the noun phrase, which is the subject, the broken egg, broken there is a past participle. Right? It is a past participle of break. So the verb is break, the past tense is broke, the past participle is broken. So you can see that it's functioning as an adjective which modifies egg. So it's telling you that the egg that is broken was mine. So the broken egg was mine. But you can't say the broke egg was mine. The broke egg was mine. It's not correct because a past tense cannot function as an adjective, whereas participles, present participles, past participles, they all function as adjectives. Now, the last difference I want to give is this. A past tense is used to communicate that an action happened once, whereas a past participle is used to communicate that an action was completed before another action. For instance, if you have a sentence like, I lost my pen. I lost my pen. Lost there is a past tense. But if you have something like, I had lost my pen before a new pen was brought, you see that it's actually communicating two actions. Even though most times or sometimes the other clause is going to be eliminated and you have something like, I had lost my pen. It's not wrong, but the past participle is actually used to communicate two actions, and it is used to form a past perfect tense, whereas a simple past tense is gotten from a past tense. That's a verb form that is just a past tense. A verb form that is just a past tense is used to form a simple past tense, whereas a past participle is used to form a past perfect tense. A past tense cannot function as an adjective, while a past participle can function as an adjective. Now, wherever for verbs that have the same form of past tenses and past participles, always identify in the sentence if it has a had before the verb comes in. That's after the subject, like you have a subject, you have had, then you have the verb form. It is a past participle and not a past tense. Thank you for staying with me. Do have a wonderful day.